Hey guys, Scott and Nate from PlayYourCourt.com. Today we're going to show you how Nate fixed my kick serve. Did you get this on camera at all? Yeah. How about this?
Oh wow, look at you! Look at you!
All right guys, so embarrassing content for you today. Wrapped up a doubles tournament this weekend. Normally have like a pretty good serve, very comfortable with my first serve, reliable second serve. Not so much this past weekend. Got really tight, started really decelerating on my kick serve to the point where I came to Uncle Nate and I said, Uncle Nate, what has happened to me here?
Uncle Nate.
And he picked up on some pretty obvious things that are causing deceleration on my kick serve that I'm sure a lot of you guys are struggling with at home. So we're gonna take a look at that right now. All right guys, so the first thing we're gonna do here is just take a look at what I was doing wrong. I admittedly couldn't pick this out on my own. This is why we use video analysis. This is why we work with coaches. Even the best players in the world have a coach. But what I was doing, and I'm gonna show you how I was serving, my elbow is getting jammed up low down here. So let's take a look at what I was doing, and then Nate will show us how we fix it. So when I was hitting this thing in the tournament, my elbow was getting stuck down here. And when I got nervous, I actually couldn't even accelerate. So this may actually look like an okay kick serve. When nerves came into play, I was having a hard time getting through. I was literally missing the ball, bottom of the net, almost, you know, court before the net sometimes.
Yeah, and so the mechanics, and I know, do we see players drop their elbow? We do, especially Roddick. Roddick kept the elbow really, really low down through here. The problem with trying to duplicate that is that, one, you have to have an extremely consistent toss that's giving you a lot of height, and you've got to really be explosive. You've got to really get things moving.
So as my legs got tighter and tighter in that match, this decel got worse and worse and worse.
Well, and any kind of nerves, right? So any kind of nerves where maybe the toss got a little bit shorter, the parameters of it were just allowing things to break down, the fundamentals of it, and that's important for you guys at home to understand that. When fundamentals aren't correct, they break down in big pressure moments. So what we talked about in order to fix this, Scott, if you'll set up your motion, when Scott went through his service motion, go ahead and go through it kind of slow here. You don't have to actually hit the ball. Instead of allowing the elbow to go here, we just asked him to stay 90. And what will happen is as he's working back, he reaches into this phase. Now, if the elbow was to drop from here, if he's working, I'll show you lefty, but if he was in this motion, and then the elbow tilted here, you can see where I'm maintaining 90, but it's this space. Yep. Let's show them that one more time.
Yeah, so I was jammed up in here.
And you can see the lack of space.
To create this, and it's darn near impossible to get into any sort of a racket drop or create momentum from here. So the more nervous and tight you get, the more disastrous the outcome becomes, right?
Hence,
so I can maybe pull this off right now here in practice where it doesn't matter, but when it matters and things start to tense up even just a little bit, this clamp, all of a sudden the ball is not jumping, it's sitting up, I'm starting to miss in the net, I'm losing all confidence.
Yeah. So let's take a look here at the fix. This is something we decided to film this on the fly.
Yeah, we were literally out here in between videos. I was whining about my kick serve. Nate was like, let me take a look, and here we are.
Like, let me see. What is it?
Thanks, Dad.
All right, so let's take a look at these, and this is going to be tough. And for you guys at home playing with this, he's putting full concentration into his hitting elbow, which is going to make the rest of the mechanics difficult. But this is how, if in order to get it to be consistent, Scott would have to take.
I'll probably miss some of these. I'm not going to cut any of them. I want to show you the real raw results here. So Nate literally taught me this 10 seconds ago. I'm focusing on getting my elbow up and making sure that from here I can accelerate and not getting clamped down into here. So let's see what happens.
It'll take time.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll take time. That's not bad. Not a huge kick if you stay a little more parallel, but the arm is healthy, and that's what we want. We want that arm out of the way. Better.
Starting to jump a little bit more.
Probably help you if you didn't have extremely dead balls either. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
All right, so now that ball is moving off of the court, but what we want is a consistent result. It's one thing to be able to hit 1, 2, or 3. you got to get out and practice, man.
It's not realistic for me as a 5-0 player, for you as a recreational player, for you to come out here with a quick fix and it'd be done. But now I understand the feel. I'm going to go through these progressions. I'll hit a bucket of balls probably when this shoots over. Really thinking about keeping that elbow up. Hoping to get that kicker jumping bigger and bigger.
For you guys that, if you follow us, you watch us, we start a lot from abbreviated, right? And so immediately, like working through seeing Scott serve, like I was familiar with it because I had an issue with it. Mine was very different though. Mine wasn't in a low elbow here. I, as a junior, had a lot of issues even in college at chicken winging. My arm would get here and then try to raise up. It's the same thing. So what I did is for several months, I served at 90 degrees. I started from here to ensure that my arm would work through the correct space, and then I got into my motion. But I always had a plan B, right? So like if plan A, the full motion wasn't feeling good, I could go back here to where it's abbreviated and make sure that arm stayed where it needed to be.
Progressions and regressions, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure and jump out on the court with your fellow Player Court members and give some of this stuff a try. And don't forget, Nate and I have built a full-blown tennis ecosystem that gives you literally anything tennis-related you could ever need. So if you're thinking about buying some tennis gear, jump in the deals and discounts section. You're going to see some deep discounts on all the tennis stuff you already buy. If you're thinking you need a deeper dive on some specific instruction, be sure and check out PlayYourCourt Plus. PlayYourCourt Plus unlocks all the video instruction we've ever created, all of our premium video courses. So if you're looking for more video coaching, that's the place to find it.
And if you're ready to get out on court with a teaching pro, maybe you just have another question about something that we covered, PlayYourCourt is the #1 lesson provider in the United States. So as long as you're located in the US, we will link you with a teaching pro near you at the court of your choice.
That's right. And guys, lastly, if you just want to get out on court with me and Nate, you want to come here to Virginia Beach, maybe meet us in Indian Wells or New York.
That's right.
We do offer destination clinics as well as in-person trainings here in Virginia Beach. So be sure and check out the Work with Scott and Nate section if you want to get on court with us. We'll see you guys soon.